Welcome back to the build. In this episode, I finally catch up with all the old footage I have and show where the car is today. And by today, I mean December 30th of 2020. Now, the previous video that ended with the Subi on a tow truck coming back from Kansas City occurred in November of 2018. So, quite some time has passed now. After we had to get the car towed, kept driving it for a little bit longer, we discovered that it really liked to burn through O2 sensors, and on top of that we were just having issues getting the right connection we needed to the Greddy eManage. Just all that on top of me just trying to get through my last semester of engineering school. I gave up really on the build, sat in my parents' garage for a little while once I realized that I just wasn't going to have any time to work on the car myself at my next job, which had me relocating all around the country. I put it in my grandpa's warehouse, so there it sat for about a year, just nice and safe in a warehouse. Fortunately, despite my new job not allowing me to have the time to work on the car, I did make plenty of money to spend on the car. So in February of 2020, I contacted the shop that did the drivetrain swap and told them that I just wanted them to finish it, just do a full STI swap, get it done, have the car, just ready to go. So things were starting to look up, had plenty of money sitting around for it. The shop actually right away found the perfect engine for it, an '07 STI engine with something like 60,000 miles on it. And I don't know really the specifics, but supposedly that year of engine is much easier to upgrade, especially when it comes to the fuel system. So I was like, okay, great. And then 2020. Nobody can escape. So, everything starts shutting down with the pandemic. That shop, they shut down temporarily to see, what it is they have to do. And then it being a full engine swap to a totally different engine, different heads. The wiring harness is going to have to be swapped. iWire is the go-to wire swapping service for Subarus. And I guess they got shut down for a little while. So, not exactly sure how long either things were actually shut down, but it just so happened the shop that I took my car to was moving to a newer, better shop. So after the pandemic stuff pushed the build back, they told me they didn't want to start the car until they moved to their new shop so they don't lose any parts, have a car in pieces that they have to move over. So I'm like, okay. And they told me, sometime in July is when they were expecting to move. Don't hear anything back. Send them a message and they say, oh yeah, we're expecting to move in a couple weeks. The more time goes by, check back in. And basically that pattern continued up until November. Sometime around there, and they said that apparently their contractor for getting their new building up to, city code kept telling them 2 weeks, so they kept telling me 2 weeks. So really not happy with the situation. My car, which is in pretty good condition considering its age and that it's in the Midwest, was safe and sound in a warehouse. I pulled it out, and now it's spent about 9, almost 10 months sitting outside in Iowa weather, and I neglected to get a car cover for it because I kept saying, oh, it's just 2 weeks, just 2 weeks. I'm like, okay. And then next thing I knew, it's months. And so I finally went and put a car cover on it and just was like, okay, I guess it happens whenever it happens. So the reason I didn't try to go to a different shop is the owner of this shop has a fully swapped RSTI. I think it's somewhere in the realm of like 800 horsepower. Just touched every nut and bolt in the car. So, if anybody's going to do it, you'd think they'd be the best for it. So fast forward to now, December of 2020. A couple days is about to be 2021. My car has done nothing but sit in a performance shop's parking lot. The engine and all it needed, as far as major components go, have been there since March, along with the car. Kind of just a crap situation, apparently super unfortunate timing on my part. I'm pissed that my car has been sitting outside all this time and that I had to check in on radio silence for months at a time on what's happening with my car. And I guess all I can do now is sit and hope that they finally move their shop. They said they were going to move over the holidays. Hopefully with said new shop, they can get the job done quickly and do a really good job on it. And hopefully, I guess by spring, a year later, 2021, I will have a fully STI swapped 2000 Impreza 2.5 RS. Officially have an RSTI. So, basically just playing a waiting game right now and still have a decent bit of money set aside for it, so I need to figure out if I want to do any other modifications or anything extra to boost performance while they have everything apart. So, yep, even when it comes to building Subarus, 2020 is an awful year, and hopefully in the next episode, in 2021, things will be better.